Welcome to the least watched show in YouTube history.
I don't know. I could argue that
We
my
are
video,
less popular than your mom's fireworks videos.
and we don't care about it.
Nope. We get like 20 views a video. That's 20 bits of entertainment for somebody. So, hey, we're doing something.
More than I can say for the views on my channel.
I get views when I upload videos, but I do it so fucking rarely now that at this point I kind of just think if I upload a video, nobody's gonna fucking watch it because everybody's probably forgotten about me.
I mean, I just recently started plugging the podcast channel on my video descriptions today, and it took me a while just to find your channel because I couldn't remember for the life of me exactly what the hell fucking your channel name was and shit. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Well, technically, it's our channel. This podcast channel is shared between the three of us.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Dragon Ball Super and the beginning of Goku gets everybody killed arc. I already see how they're gonna get out of this because they already said whoever wins the tournament gets to make a wish on the Super Dragon Balls. So,
Although I am wondering if about that though, because do you think Xeno's power overpasses that of the Super Dragon Balls?
it's supposed to overpower everything. So, I don't know. But then again, the dragon's rule says that it can grant any fucking wish. So either way, there's going to be a logical loop going on here. But yeah, but since everybody and their mother knows that the Dragon Balls are going to get used to revive every fucking body who dies in this tournament, that does open the door to the possibility that maybe Goku won't win and somebody else will make the wish.
I don't know. I don't see anybody outside of Universe 7 winning, so if Goku doesn't win it, it's going to have to be someone from Universe 7.
Well, we all know it's not going to be Universe Furry.
Yeah.
They're all furries in that universe, apparently. Who'd have thunk it?
I liked the fight from today's episode with Majin Buu. You could literally just tell Buu wasn't giving any fucks whatsoever.
Yeah, those guys are fucked. Because, like, I don't know, Majin Buu, he's not really comparable anymore. He's like all the other Dragon Ball villains. Once you reach the next one, the previous one is pretty much completely obsolete.
I mean, the only thing that Boo really has going for him that makes him any what viable as a competitor is the fact that he has a fucking huge healing factor going for him.
Well, he can turn you into food too. Don't forget that. That's probably how his fight's going to end.
I mean, I don't see why killing wouldn't be allowed in this tournament either way.
Apparently, killing is allowed in this tournament. They told him fight as hard as you want and gave him a fucking place to fight in where they don't have to worry about destroying anything. They're basically fighting in kind of like the hyperbolic time chamber, but not.
Yeah.
I did notice that they finally adapted the "holy fuck, this motherfucker is so evil" tone that they should have been doing around Xeno for a while now.
Which they should have done since the beginning.
They should have done it since at least when he completely wiped out the future universe. I mean, that was overkill. He didn't really need to do that.
Honestly, though, I view future Xeno the more diabolical one. I mean, they're both fucked up individuals, but you can literally tell the difference between the two Xenos.
I don't see a difference other than the one isn't aware of current events in our universe. Aside from that, their personalities are the fucking exact same.
I don't know. I've noticed small differences between the two of them.
I noticed the angels, none of them give even half a shit that the universes are going to get destroyed. Like when Whis' father read off that rule, Whis didn't have any reaction at all.
Because it doesn't really affect them from what Supreme Kai said in this episode, or at least from what I got out of what he said. If the universe gets destroyed, he wouldn't be able to face the rest of the world. So that pretty much goes to show me that the fucking deities and gods won't be affected by this whatsoever. Because I mean, like, if you are going to be affected by it, of course you're not going to be able to face the fucking shit. You're going to be fucking dead.
Yeah. Wow, Zeno and Yamasu would have gotten along great. Or Zamasu would have gotten along great. Just wipe out all the mortals all in one fell swoop. Kablooey.
I miss Samasu.
The shot of all the fucking gods coming in was pretty cool, though.
Yeah. Did you notice the little rat god of destruction, tiny little mouse?
Yeah, he kind of looked like a Karibo, which might have actually been on purpose. I saw that headline where the Indians, the Hindus, are freaking the fuck out because they say that one god of destruction is supposed to be Lord Ganesha.
Yeah, I don't see it.
He's got an elephant head. That's about the only fucking similarity I see. And they're saying that he's evil. He's not necessarily evil. The gods of destruction in Dragon Ball aren't technically evil. Well, the two we've met so far aren't. They're creatures that serve a purpose.
I couldn't remember if I can't remember if I saw things correctly, but I could have sworn I saw another fucking version of Beerus. Not like Beerus and Champa, but like another character that looks exactly like him.
Another cat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember. Did I understand this right, though, that the little mini fight, the 3-round tournament they're having right now, the loser gets their universe blown away?
Yep, they said that.
So we're just gonna wave bye-bye to the furries immediately. They're getting that out of the way.
Looks like it.
To start this tournament off, we're wiping out a universe full of furries. This might be the best saga ever. But here's my predictions. My prediction is that Universe 7 will not be the ones that win the tournament, and somebody sympathetic from another universe will make the wish to reverse all the damage that just happened during the tournament. And then probably something is going to happen with Omni King getting pissed off at that wish. And also, I think after this is over, we're going to see a rematch between Beerus and Goku. Because Beerus is sick of his shit. And Goku has literally put the lives of every single person in existence in danger.
I honestly don't see this being the last arc. I can see it being one of the last arcs and shit, but
I just don't see where you go from here. I know I said that with Zamasu and Black, but I knew that the tournament was coming. In this case, I really, really, really don't see where you go from here.
I mean, I could see them trying to take a stand against Zeno and shit like that, but I doubt that'd really go anywhere.
I mean, I guess that's possible. Fucking take out Xeno Saga. That could be like gathering allies, training to fight him somehow, maybe getting all the gods of destruction on their side. But I don't know.
I don't know. Toriyama's creative enough to figure something out, because from what I heard, this thing's supposed to be, from what I heard, he's actually wanting this thing to go at least 200 episodes.
Yeah, but Toriyama is writing himself into quite a few corners. Like, he wrote himself into a big corner with fucking Zamasu, to where literally the only thing they could possibly do to stop him was use Omni King. And he's also wrote him into the corner of them saying that living or dead, there's nothing Beerus can't destroy. And Omni King himself put you in a corner of, well, there's always going to be this one motherfucker that can just pop up and be like, delete.
Yeah.
Like, that Toriyama must be a huge Matt Hardy fan, because all of his fucking recent villains have been like, they have the ability to delete you.
Which, going back to what you just said about Beerus being able to destroy anything, that doesn't include Omni King, I'd imagine, because.
Or does it? Because he said, doesn't matter what it is, he can destroy anything. And what happens if you kill the Omni King? Like, would it fuck the whole universe up for him to not exist?
That's what I'm wondering. Is there like a hierarchy to become the Omni King? Like, how the hell did he even become the Omni King? Is he born
Yeah, there's that too, because we know that a mortal can become the god of destruction, which I guess we can assume that that means that Beerus was born a mortal and gained that title, because, you know, they say he will die eventually, so they'll need a replacement.
So, I mean, it only goes to show that that has to go with the Omni King, too, I'd imagine.
We finally found out what how Saiyan, a little bit more about Saiyan biology. During that scene in the time chamber, Goku and Vegeta talk about how Saiyans stay in their physical prime until they're 80, which makes me wonder how long like they live after their physical prime. Seems to me like they probably live to be like, I don't know, 130, 140. If they leave their physical prime in their 80s, they're still like, you know, middle age and then being old.
Yeah, I mean,
The thing I'd love to see more than anything else in couple things I'd really love to see happen in Super that I don't think is going to happen. I don't think there's enough. If I don't know if the series would even go on long enough to get to shit like this, but I would really like to see Raditz come back. I don't know what it is, but I've always thought Raditz is a wasted opportunity. They introduce that Goku has an older brother, and then they kill him in what, 3 episodes?
3 or 2, from what I remember.
It might be 2. And once they kill him, he gets mentioned like 3 more times. He's shown in maybe 2 flashbacks, and then he's just completely fucking forgotten. Goku, I think he asks King Yama, did Raditz go through here? And he's like, I put him in my Yama lock.
That was the abridged version.
Now he says something like that in the actual anime,
Uh,
but I might be remembering the Ocean dub. Because
I mean,
I found out there's a lot of jokes in Dragon Ball Z Abridged that if you don't know anything about the other dubs for Dragon Ball Z, you're missing out on a lot of jokes. Like the fact that Krillin calls Dende Little Green all the time. The joke there is that there is what's called the Big Green dub, where Piccolo was inexplicably renamed Big Green.
yeah.
And that's what everybody called him, Big Green. And Tien had a voice that sounded like this.
Who did?
Tien. And if I'm not mistaken, that one is the one where they don't realize the Kamehameha is an attack. They think that it's a battle cry. So Goku screams Kamehameha for like lots and lots of different situations. And I think even Vegeta does it once or twice. And then there's the other dub. I don't know if this is Big Green or not, but the Super Space Warriors. They're not Saiyans, they're Space Warriors. And Vegeta has to go fight the
Is it
Super.
like the European dub or something like that?
It might be. There's also a Malaysian dub that for some reason is in English that's bad. It's a bunch of non-English speaking Malaysian people reading an an English script. I don't get it. Malaysians don't speak fucking English. I mean, they do as a lingua franca, but why wouldn't they just dub it in Malaysian, for the Malaysians? Especially when the voice actors that they picked obviously speak Malaysian as a first language.
I don't know. But going back to what you said about Raditz, I don't see how the hell they'd even bring him back, though. Because, I mean, like...
I don't either, but it goes into the other thing I would like to see happen. Vegeta used the Super Dragon Balls to revive planet Vegeta and all of its inhabitants.
I mean, he could, but... I
He
don't
and,
really...
he and Bulma could be the king and queen of a planet.
I mean, I guess he could, but I don't think he really gives enough of a fuck to do it.
Oh, he might. He always has a hard on for being prince. He could be king now, and with his leadership and Bulma's technology, they could completely turn around the entire Saiyan race.
Yeah.
Or get chased off their planet and they continue to be regular Saiyans. But considering Vegeta is literally a walking god now, I don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, I guess going back to what you said about Raditz, I guess they could bring him back. They could, like, he'd literally, even if they brought him back, I don't, like, are you wanting him to be brought back as a villain or as a good guy?
Either or.
Because
If
being
he's
brought
going to be
back
a bad guy, figure out a way to make him relevant again.
I mean, even if he got brought back as a good guy, he'd literally be lower than Yamcha at this point. Unless, of course,
Go with the DBZ abridged logic. He kicked King Yama and ran, and this whole time he's just been training like a bastard in hell. Like the whole time, he can't die, he can't tire out. This whole time, he's just been training like a motherfucker in hell, pissed off, ready to go back and kick his brother's ass.
from what I remember, though, even when you're in the afterlife, you don't exactly, at least for when you're in hell, from what I remember, you don't exactly get any stronger.
You might, I don't know.
I can't really say the same thing about.
Dragon Ball Hell is really inconsistent.
Does Dragon Ball? Okay, here's the question I have: does Dragon Ball Hell even exist, though? Considering the fact that most of the time we see it, it's nothing but filler anyway.
I think canonically, the only time we've seen Hell is Frieza. Like, no filler, no GT. The only time we've seen Hell is in the revival of F Saga and movie.
And that renders Hell annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like that stupid song that plays at the beginning of that movie, it makes me want to gouge out my eardrums.
But that contradicts the afterlife again from canon material, where Vegeta was told that if he died, he wouldn't get to keep his body because he was evil. Frieza apparently did get to keep his body. It's just wrapped up in a cocoon surrounded by the fucking Grateful Dead. That's what that looks like. I think that's what he was going for right there, making it look like the Grateful Dead bears and shit. I mean, you never know. I really, really, really want to know who the hell came up with the soundtrack for the Broly movie. Because I went back and watched it again, and I'm like, God damn, this is just the best goddamn soundtrack to any of the DBZ movies.
Which sucks considering what DBZ movie it went with.
It's, well, you know I like the Broly movie, but it sucks that it apparently is only in the censored version of the Broly movie.
Really?
Yeah, that sucks. That pisses me off, because the Japanese music in the Broly movie sucks ass. Parts where there should be music, there is no fucking music.
Honestly, for me, my favorite DBZ movie when it comes to music is Cooler's Revenge.
That had Disturbed in it, didn't it?
Yeah, had
Yeah,
Disturbed
I don't know if I've ever seen the Cooler movie. I know I've seen there are two. There's one Dragon Ball movie I know for sure I haven't seen, and that's BoJack Unbound. But I don't know if I've ever actually seen the Cooler movie.
The only one you really need to see is the first one, because that one, like the Broly movie, if we're arguing like, because you know how a lot of people say certain things don't fit into the timeline and shit like that, but how we always figure that the Broly movie can fit into the timeline somehow.
Okay, I got an idea. Since Teddy is not a DBZ aficionado, let's finish up on this super thing, and then let's do like a mini review of DBZ abridged Broly versus the original Broly.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, make your predictions. How do you think this saga is going to go? Do you think anybody's going to get punked out? Do you think anybody's going to shine? I don't think that Gohan is going to shine.
Honestly, from what I'm seeing and from what you've said, during this podcast. I can honestly see Universe 7 losing the tournament and shit, but if I'm going to have to predict a winner outside of Universe 7, it's going to be Universe 6.
Yeah, I have a feeling that if anybody besides Goku were to make that wish, it'd be Hit.
Either
Hit
that fucking
It would come up with some stupid excuse like, I still haven't collected my bounty on you.
either that or I could see fucking Kava or whatever that saying is from Universe 6 making the wish because of how Vegeta.
Or Kava, yeah, or her, or him. Oh, what do you think about that theory that Brolina is going to be Kaba's wife or sister?
So we're actually calling her Brolina now. Awesome.
It's the only name I got until we actually get a name for her.
That's what I called her since day one I saw her, so it works for me.
I've heard a couple feminine Broly names, but I can't remember. Brolina's the only one that stuck out.
Brolina is the only one that sounds decent anyway. But I honestly haven't heard that theory, and to be honest with you, I'm literally starting not to give a fuck about the female Broly, and it's not because of her being a female or even being related to Broly. It's the fact that every time I go online, people are saying Broly has some way to be canon. I'm like, let her be her own character.
You're already getting burnt out on it like me. The comment section for Broly Abridged. Oh my god. Not one comment about the video itself. Everybody's talking about that fucking female Super Saiyan. Or they're trying to make an argument to make Broly a canonical character.
See, that pisses me off. It doesn't exactly piss me off. It irritates the hell out of me though, because it's like I want to like this character. I want her to be her own person. I don't want. I mean, I get it. She's a legendary Super Saiyan, but that's the thing. That was just a form.
See, there are people that are really being over dramatic, and they're like, "I swear to God, if it's called Super Saiyan Green, I'm not going to watch anymore." And I piped in, I'm like, you know what? I bet you that's exactly what the fuck they're going to call it, Super Saiyan Green. It's just going to be a nod to Legendary Super Saiyan. It's not going to actually be Legendary Super Saiyan.
Even if it is legendary Super Saiyan, that doesn't exactly make Broly a canon character unless they officially reference him in the show. That just makes the form canon, not Broly himself.
I don't think it's going to be called Legendary Super Saiyan. I don't.
I hope it's not either, just to piss him off even further.
Broly's Legendary Super Saiyan was only green. According to the explanation for the fucking movie, the only reason he was green was because that fucking tiara fucked with his power level.
And honestly, I mean, I don't exactly hate Broly as a character. I hate the fan base of his movies. Certain people, at least in the fan base. I mean, there are those who like the movies who are tolerable and shit like you because you don't hype him up to be this fucking overpowered badass because we all know compared to today's villains, he's really not that powerful.
I got to thinking about that whole he's stronger than Cell thing, and I have a question about that. Didn't Cell say Goku was capable of beating him by himself?
Yeah.
Then Broly is stronger than Cell because he was not capable of beating him by himself at all.
Broly, but that's the thing though. He said Broly is stronger than Cell, but they didn't exactly say which version of Cell.
Probably not super perfect Cell when he's got like the Super Saiyan 2 powers, but certainly the one that fought Goku in the tournament.
Oh yeah, I know he's stronger than that version and shit.
Because that's why people like that movie. It's because it's such a one-sided, complete fucking massacre. And I love how they played that up in the abridged version. I love that the line Gohan gets where he's like, Dad, holy fuck, he's strong.
I don't know. I mean, I just want this new character to be her own person, but it's kind of hard for me to see her like that with all the fucking stupidity that goes on.
It'll probably be better once she actually, appears. Everybody is going on a shot from the opening of the show.
It just shows you how desperate a lot of fans are to make their favorite character relevant.
Everybody has compared that guy they show Goku fighting to Deadshot.
Which one? The fucking.
The one with the white mask.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe that's his head, I don't know. But yeah, they're right. He does look like Deadshot. And he probably comes from the universe with the Harley Quinn angel and the fucking clown god of destruction. So I guess that's the DC universe.
You know what would be hilarious, though?
If Superman popped up.
That too, but if they actually made the, can you imagine if they actually made the clown god of destruction actually act like a clown, throwing pies at people and shit like that, and just being a complete fucking ass?
I mean, they might. Why else would you make him a clown?
I don't know, try and scare people. I hate clowns.
Eh. Oh, I bet you're really excited for the remake of it, aren't you?
Oh no, I'm gonna go see it. I saw the original one.
I don't think that clown is scary.
Here's the thing, I can handle clowns on TV and in a movie, and the fact of the matter is, like, I'm not the type of person who would run from a clown. The last time a clown tried to scare me at, like, a fucking haunted house place and shit like that, I fucking literally beat the fucking clown, like, not over the head, but, like, I had a fucking long-ass fucking tree branch and shit that I fucking whacked in between the back of both of his knees just because he snuck up behind me. Fucking crippled up.
Oh God, I'd pay money to see that.
I'm like, if something scares me, I'm not the person to run from it. I'm the type of person who will beat it over the head with a stick or anything I can find.
Fucking clowns. That I still question the validity of the clowns everywhere thing that was happening before Halloween last year.
Yeah, that thing kind of died off rather quickly, didn't it?
Yeah. I wanted to go hunting for them with a big stack of pies and just pie those fuckers. Drive by pieing.
It was so, like, trying to remember when it was. It was like back in the end of September and stuff, was over at my friend's who I did a couple podcasts with, my friend Jamie and shit, the Jar Jar Binks liking motherfucker. I was at the bus stop getting ready to go home and shit, and he's located near a hospital, and there's literally a clown standing in the hospital parking lot.
Dude, if our podcast ever gets big and the fans go back and listen to him say that he loves Jar Jar Binks, he is going to become a social pariah on fucking YouTube.
I don't know.
He's going to be a meme. He's going to be the one that people make Rule 34 pictures of fucking Jar Jar with.
I don't know how anybody can like Jar Jar.
Jar Jar Binks.
But I mean, I'm not exactly surprised by it. There had to have been one motherfucker on the planet.
Mm. Kevin Smith is making another Jay and Silent Bob movie.
Huh.
For somebody backed out of doing Clerks, so he's not doing Clerks 3. He tried to do Mallrats 2, and that turned into a series, which I guess got canceled. And he doesn't have the ability to do another Dogma, so he's going to make another movie like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, where it's basically the same plot, only they're trying to stop a reboot of the Blunt Man and Chronic movie.
Nice. Have you seen
Yeah,
21 Jump Street movies?
I have actually.
Did you hear the rumor about the next one going to be a fucking Men in Black
And
crossing?
MIB 23, yeah.
How the fuck is that going to work? Because I mean, I saw 21 Jump Street when it first came out, and I just recently watched the second one today and stuff because I never really had gotten around to it, and I was looking up for fucking any sequels and shit and saw that on the fucking Wikipedia page. How the fuck is that going to work?
I don't know, but they'll find a way, I'm sure.
I mean, don't get me wrong, those movies are freaking hilarious.
I never liked the second one. Men in Black, I didn't like the second one.
Oh no, I'm talking about the 21 Jump Street movies.
Oh, yeah, I like those.
I don't give a fuck about Men in Black. Well, I mean, the
I
first,
like the Men in Black movies, I just don't like the second one very much.
I mean, I can't exactly say I don't give a fuck about all of them. The first one's an amazing movie.
I like the third one's villain a lot. I thought he was fucking entertaining as all hell.
Okay, we are totally off topic. We were talking about fucking Super, and all of a sudden we talked about fucking clowns and shit.
Well, yeah, we're making predictions, so
I don't know. I'm picking Universe 6 to win the tournament.
everybody is wondering which one of the gods of destruction is going to be the most powerful one. I think it's going to be the clone.
Although honestly, if Universe 6 doesn't, here's the only thing though. I'm predicting Universe 6 to win the tournament if Universe 7 gets knocked out before the end of it. Because if the last fight ends up being Goku versus Hit, I'm honestly going to go with Goku to win this time around.
I'm going to be so pissed off if the final fight is Goku versus Hit. Because that means it's just going to be a fucking 3-part episode of nothing but stupid bullshit, because that is Hit's power, the power of stupid bullshit.
He's stronger because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah. And Goku gains that ability when he's around Hit. Goku revived himself with a ki blast, bringing into question the whole using the Kamehameha wave to bring someone back to life from Dragon Ball Evolution.
I mean,
Now I'm like, well, maybe that would work.
Piccolo did it in Resurrection F.
Did he?
Not to himself, but he used a fucking ki blast to restart Gohan's heart after Frieza punched him in the fucking chest and stopped it.
Ah, shit. Maybe DBE was on to something.
At least if I remember correctly, he did, because fucking Frieza punched Gohan in the chest and shit, and fucking Krillin said his heart stopped, and fucking Piccolo.
You know what? That's what Super needs. Super needs a galaxy, or I mean, a universe in this tournament that is the Dragon Ball Evolution universe, and they just need to get their shit stomped in. Like they need to put them all up against Vegeta, and have Vegeta be in a really bad mood and just go Super Saiyan Blue immediately. And have them fight Royal Rumble style. Like every time Vegeta kills one, another one enters the ring. With the theme song to Dragon Ball Evolution playing in the background, whatever the fuck that sounded like.
I have no idea.
I don't remember any of the music from that movie at all.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and if anybody from the Team Forcer group ends up coming over here and watching this, I don't really give a fuck. I have never seen Dragon Ball Evolution. I hyped that movie up so much just because I refused to watch it and shit, and that's what makes me.
Oh, you faker. You cannot truly bash on that movie until you have experienced that movie. Because no matter how much somebody talks shit about that movie, they're not doing enough to insult it. You really have to see it to understand why it's so bad.
But that's the thing, though. I never talk shit on the movie. I'm the motherfucker that hypes it up to be a fucking work of God.
It's so bad. It's not even like the kind of bad you can sit down and roast with your buddies. It's just bad.
Oh, I know it's bad. That's why I fucking hype it up to be good and shit.
It's not just a bad Dragon Ball movie, though. It's a bad movie. Like, there is not a single frame of that movie that cannot be scrutinized to hell. Every single thing about it is bad.
Like recently, last week, I made a post on the Team 4-Star group asking what is the best version of Goku and why is it fucking Justin, whatever his name is from Dragon Ball
or something.
Huh?
Shadowin or something.
Yeah. I asked him what is the best version of Goku and why is it the one from Dragon Ball Evolution and shit, and I pointed out reasons why he's better than regular Goku. This one went to school. This one can actually read a book.
Yeah, that doesn't come into play at all. He's pretty stupid. He's Goku stupid.
Which kind of goes to show, do you think they get inspiration recently from Evolution due to how fucking incompetent Goku's being?
No, because Goku is getting to the point where he's like a really kind of bad person.
I'm wondering if the same genes are actually kicking in, though.
He is a horrendous father. He is a terrifying husband. He is bad. He is a bad influence on others.
Do you think there's a theory that I kind of have? It's not exactly one that I've heard online or anything, but do you think, like, with all this fighting that Goku's done and how many times he's actually been killed and hit over the head, that his actual Saiyan genes are starting to fucking kick in and stuff again? Because from what the argument was, he ended up hitting his head on a child, and that's why he ended up becoming so fucking pure-hearted and shit. But you'd imagine the shit could be reversed if you get hit on the head a fucking enough times.
But is he pure-hearted? He doesn't really give a shit about anything but fighting and eating.
Recently.
Ever.
I don't know, when he was a kid, in Dragon Ball, he seemed to give a shit about crap. I mean, he fucking was pretty heartbroken when fucking Krillin died and shit.
Okay, I'll give you that. He gets sad when somebody he likes, like somebody he hangs out with, dies. But he doesn't give a shit about putting them in situations where they're gonna get killed.
Oh no, I'm not talking about recently. I'm talking about the only time I could literally see Goku as a pure-hearted person was his when he was in Dragon Ball as a kid.
Oh well, I haven't watched all of Dragon Ball. But by Z, all he gave a fuck about was fighting. Somebody on YouTube pointed out that he has probably spent more on screen time with Vegeta than he has his wife. Like just those two by themselves.
Oh, trust me, if I was married to Chi-Chi, I'd spend more on screen time with Vegeta.
Oh god, Chi-Chi is like, oh my god, she is the most unlikable person in Dragon Ball. It is amazing how unlikable she is. Even to this day in Super, preventing Goten from training because that never did Gohan any good. You know, you wouldn't even be alive if I hadn't ever let him go train, but you know, it never did him no good. And to all the people saying that Gohan is going to come make his big comeback in this tournament, I would like to ask why. Because he hasn't been training. I mean, we saw him train a little bit, but every other time we've seen him, he's been back to being super nerd, like Nerdlinger, Howard E. Nerdlinger.
I don't know. The recent episodes with fucking Super, though, about Gohan, Pan, and Videl have actually made me appreciate his character more. Because, I mean, like, he, unlike everybody else, has a reason to fight. Goku just fights because he fucking wants to, and Vegeta just fights because he wants to keep up with Goku. Gohan actually gave a legit reason of why the hell he's choosing to fight in this tournament.
Well, Vegeta doesn't just care about fighting now. We've said this before, I think, on here, but Vegeta is probably by far the most developed character in the history of the fucking series. And at this point, it's completely obvious that yes, he cares very, very much about his family. To the point that he's turning down training to be there for the birth of his child, which just baffles Goku. Oh my god, you want what? What? You're not the one giving birth. Shut the fuck up, Goku, you horrible fucking you piece of shit husband of the year. God damn.
I mean, that's pretty much
Running champion ever.
Yep. That's pretty much the same argument with Gohan, though, why he's fighting. Vegeta's choosing not to fight because, well, we all know Vegeta's going to fight in the actual tournament.
Well, of course, but for the time being, Goku just will not grasp that he wants to be there for the birth of his fucking kid.
And that's exactly why I'm actually sort of excited for Gohan, but I know for a fact that he's not going to really do much unless fucking Toriyama pulls some retcon bullshit out his ass. But
what if he gets his ass completely beat by his furry opponent?
Oh, I'd laugh.
Like, what if Gohan gets smashed so bad that he loses and Goku has to step in and break the tie because there's three of them. So they can both get a win each and then go to sudden death.
Yeah.
We might be getting ready to watch Gohan get his ass kicked completely by a furry. I hope to God this happens.
I'm more excited for Android 17.
Yeah, that's kind of out of left field. They haven't really hinted his return at all, but he's been in the promotional material. I think he's in the intro.
Fucking amazing. At least even in the fucking regular version, like, I like him the best, honestly, in the Team 4-star version just because of the attitude they give him and shit, but he's really not that much different when it comes to the regular dub.
No, he's not. They didn't really change the androids all that much. They exaggerated a couple aspects of him, 16 more than the other two.
I mean, I like DBZ Android 17 fucking and not like Super 17, but like the regular two split forms of them from GT before they merged together.
Super 17 was so fucking stupid.
Super 17 was fucking dumb, but the fucking when before they came together, when one of them was in hell and the other one was fucking on Earth and shit, those two were pretty badass.
That was just such a weird idea of all the villains to bring back and turn into like a super version. Why Android 17?
I never understood that either.
Why not Android 18? That would bring way more sense of urgency. Maybe have Krillin be way more involved in the fight.
Oh, speaking of Krillin, that's pretty much exactly why I liked the fucking GT 17 before they merged together, just because of that whole part when 17 kills Krillin and shit, and he's trying to get 18 to join him.
I forgot about that. I don't remember much about it. The main thing I remember is that Goku finished it with the fucking big punch move again, didn't he?
Yeah, he finished it with the punch move because 18 was fucking using her energy blast to disrupt his shield.
Did that movie or Fusion Reborn happen first? Because I remember it had basically the exact same plot.
What do you mean? Did Fusion
Hell opens up, all the old bad guys come out in a big fucking
Fusion
wave.
Reborn happened because that was GT. Fusion Reborn was Dragon Ball Z.
Well, yeah, but what came first?
Fusion Reborn, I think.
Okay. So once again, something in GT was just a rehash of something done in Z.
Pretty much.
Because the baby thing was a really long, drawn out version of the fucking plan to eradicate the Saiyans movie.
I've never seen that, to be honest.
It's not really worth seeing. It's a tough little scientist that's like a zombie robot thing who creates a big fucking Tuffle monster to fight all of the Super Saiyans and kill them. That's the plot.
So, did they get that from GT, or did GT or the baby from the Baby Saga, or did Baby come before that shit?
Apparently, that came before GT.
Huh. So the Tuffles were introduced before GT was even a thing.
The Tuffles were introduced in Dragon Ball Z in a filler episode where King Kai describes the history of the Saiyans to go to Goku.
Did not know that.
Huh?
But no, I'm gonna pick fucking Gohan to get wrecked and shit, Universe 6 to win the tournament, and if anything, the person who I want to see do anything good is 17.
I don't think 17 is going to be the one that really shines just because I
don't really see him doing much and shit. I just want him to actually fucking do something cool.
He might have one good fight. I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to go because it's, what is it, 13 universes?
10 fighters from each universe.
Yeah, so that's 130 fucking fighters.
They're gonna have to fucking skip a lot of fights and shit.
Yeah, a couple of universes might get blown up off screen. Look, I can
Cool
see
if they
their
actually,
parachute.
cool if
I
they
can see
actually
their
did.
parachutes. They're okay.
It'd be cool if they actually did like tag fighting and shit in this tournament, because fucking 17 and 18 is probably one of the best team duos that you can actually put on a team when it comes
Dude,
down
I
to.
have a great idea for a video, for a podcast, actually. I
What?
don't know what kind of copyright bullshit we could get into if we did this, but we should watch the bad dub DBZ stuff.
You mean like the gold dub or ocean dub or worse than that?
Yeah, like the big green dub and stuff, like best of compilations.
Where the hell do you fucking even find that shit?
Oh, there's all kinds of compilations on YouTube.
Oh, the compilation. Yeah, I'm talking about like where the
Full
hell.
episodes, I have no idea. I found one website that has some of the Ocean dub, but then it switches over to the Funimation dub. I think there's actually a huge chunk of DBZ that the Ocean Group didn't get to do. I know they did the Boo saga because I've seen Vegeta's suicide attack done by the Ocean Group. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be because that guy's voice is so high. You know what I mean? He's got the voice like this. It's very high.
I know they skipped Frieza.
Yeah, they didn't do Frieza, and I don't think they got to do any of Cell. The other dubs, the like Malaysian and Speedy dub and Big Green dub, we would have to just go with compilations. I don't think we're gonna find those anywhere.
I don't think so either, honestly.
A couple of those dubs, nobody knows who the fuck even did them. Like, there's no credits.
I had to open my window in my apartment because it's fucking hot as hell in here, and I have no idea how the hell these fucking heating and air conditioning units work yet.
How the hell is it hot? It's fucking February. Where are you?
Nebraska, in a 7-story apartment where every apartment below me has its heat going on. Plus, it's 58 degrees outside over here.
God damn.
Yep.
This has fucking been a crazy ass, warm ass winter.
We just got snow a couple days ago, and not even a day later, the shit's gone.
We did too, and the same shit happened. It was like 50 degrees one day, then the next day it snowed, and then it got warm again.
That's pretty much what it's doing over here.
So, okay, Broly versus Broly Abridged. Which one was better?
Broly Abridged.
Because it cut out all the bullshit and just stuck with the good parts.
No, not even that, because I've said this 1,000 times before. I don't like Legendary Super Saiyan. My favorite form of Broly is from the first movie when he has that fucking blue hair and shit, and he's still in his thin body form. That fucking concept looked badass to me.
We only got to see that for like 5 seconds, though.
Even that 5 seconds was fucking better than the whole, I don't know, 25 minutes of fucking big fucking muscular Broly.
I liked when he transforms, though, and his body rips apart.
Oh, the transformation scene is badass, especially with the Pantera.
Okay, yeah. Okay, back to the subject of the music. When you don't have the Pantera music, that scene is silent.
Yeah.
Just all that screaming in dead silence. No music to back it up. Just screaming in dead quiet. The Japanese version, it's still silent, but they added like a crazy echo effect to Broly's screaming, so at least it sounds cool. But
Yeah.
it sounds really awkward when there's no music.
But no, version's better. Honestly, the fucking Team 4-star version, just because of Vegeta and shit playing the part of both sides of the fan base at once.
He is the legendary Super Saiyan. Oh, that's so cool! I love that. I loved it when he started fanboying out. That was fucking hilarious.
Because that's literally what Vegeta did the whole movie. He literally played both sides of the fucking fan base at once.
I've been discussing that scene with a bunch of people recently, and they're like, I just don't like how much Vegeta bitched out in that movie. I'm like, okay, but all right, come on, think about it now. I mean, this is the legendary Super Saiyan is like a religious figure to Vegeta, and now he's here, and God has arrived to kick your fucking ass. Wouldn't you be shitting your pants in terror too? It's different for all the other guys because they didn't grow up with that belief system. He did. And the same shit happened when an actual God showed up. He started crapping his pants in terror because he was scared shitless of Beerus.
I mean, yeah.
He grew a set real fucking fast against Beerus, though. But it took a little motivation. Don't hit my wife.
I like how they did this thing where they were in the Broly where he ends up fucking getting over his fear and going to fight Broly and shit. He just gets wrecked instantly.
Oh, and that was such a good line too. What is a king to a god? What is a god to a non-believer? That was fucking awesome, but then he just gets his ass kicked.
I know. That's what makes it even more hilarious.
Boom. Princess Trunks. Well, technically I was the one who killed Frieza. That's hot.
So good. And we can beat him. I don't know. I'll pull something out of my butt. And then
And it will be Broly's fist.
probably.
Every one of Broly's lines, and that was awesome. You need to start slow. Build up. I am starting slow. And the fucking the masochistic slave race.
Oh, speaking of which, the fucking day after that came out, I made a Harder Daddy meme with fucking that fucking chicken looking kid from there. It got over 400 likes in a day just from that one meme. I'm like, holy crap, is that fucking part of the movie that fucking popular?
I love Krillin's reaction. It sounds like Beavis. He's like, oh yeah, daddy. Whoa! No, that's my name. It's pronounced Da-Dee. Oh, harder, daddy. Now that was what you thought it was. So fucked up.
They fucking did make me they did make my favorite part of the Broly movie a lot more enjoyable than what it was.
Guys, what's our safe word?
My favorite part of the Broly movie is when he blows up the little chickens' planets. I don't care. I'm calling them little chickens because that's what they are. They're literally alien chickens.
Yeah, kinda. Minus the beaks.
The whole fucking because I can literally quote that part of the Broly movie word for word and shit if I wanted to, and the fact that they actually I'm gonna blow up your. So you want the ultimate form of pleasure? Yeah. All right, then I'll blow up my planet. Wait, what?
Guys, what's our safe word? It wasn't a fruit, it was a vegetable. Broccoli! It was broccoli! Watching it again, though, I realized that movie is the ultimate example of lol Goku wins. Because he is kicking their asses so hard.
Best part of that movie, though, honestly, the part where fucking they just silence all the noise where Goku and Piccolo are going at him at once, just the fucking grunting and slapping with no fucking background noise and shit.
Yeah, the Canadian subtitle says the sound Vegeta makes when he thinks of Broly.
God, I forgot what I was gonna say about. Oh yeah, fucking. Hey guys, the part where they bring up fucking Turles and fucking Lord Slug and shit like that.
No, they didn't bring up Lord Slug. Remember, Piccolo thought that was very racist.
Oh yeah, they brought up Turles, fucking Dr. Wheelo, fucking.
He was nice. Too bad he died of brain cancer.
All right, guys, I'm gonna cut to the chase. Give me your energy. I'll finish this in one punch, man.
That was such bullshit. It's such a one-sided fight, and then just one punch, and it's over.
Goku's the original One Punch Man. I don't give a fuck.
I know, it sucks.
Oh, I pissed off a couple One Punch Man fans by using the Broly movie as an example. As an example, fucking, they were like, man, Saitama could beat Goku in one punch. Yeah, well, way to jump on a bandwagon because Goku is the original One Punch Man. He's like, what the fuck? They're like, what the fuck do you mean? I fucking show him the clip of fucking him fighting Broly and killing him in one punch. I'm like, there you go. Have fun with that.
Doomsday can kill One Punch Man.
Well, yeah, Doomsday could literally kill anybody because of his fucking adaptive fucking bullshit he has.
Yep. His adaptations at least take a little bit. He's not like Hit where it just happens because fuck you.
I've noticed a trend though with DBZ characters. The less explanation the fan base needs for a fucking character to look and seem badass, the more they tend to like him. Examples: Hit and Broly.
Some people think that the tournament is not going to happen. They think something horrible is going to occur that's going to stop the tournament from concluding.
Oh, you mean like a fucking Majin Buu type scenario?
Yeah, or one of the Omni Kings going rogue, or the fucking Grand Priest going rogue because nobody's quite sure what the fuck that guy's deal is either.
Grand Priest is.
There's a really big group that think that he's evil.
Oh, I'm part of that group.
I don't really see any reason to assume he's evil, but
I can
at
see
the same time, all of the angels have come off as kind of evil since they've arrived. Whis is a delightfully queer guy, but he's also kind of creepy. Like there are scenes where he seems very aloof about the loss of tremendous amounts of lives.
I mean, I'm starting to see how you think Zeno is evil now and shit. Because let's be honest, he is a pretty fucking diabolical motherfucker. But I just haven't really seen Zeno as the type of person to be the one fucking coming up with the ideas and giving orders.
Well, he plays fucking marbles with planets.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
They were green planets too, with water suggesting that they were full of life. And he just blows those up as part of a game. He's twisted.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying he isn't twisted. I just don't see him being the fucking head of everything like people are claiming.
He's very similar to sometime look up The Adventures of Mark Twain on YouTube and look for the part called The Lost or The Mysterious Stranger. He's a lot like that character, the angel named Satan. It's not Satan, it's just an angel named Satan that lives in this little dimension and just creates people only to torture them and destroy them and just do it all over again. Because what the fuck else is he going to do with his time in this empty void where he has the power of creation and destruction?
I don't know. I just see Zeno as being like a fucking underling to fucking Grand Pierce because I've never really seen him. If Zeno's so fucking all powerful and shit, why the hell does he need fucking Grand Priest and fucking 2 bodyguards and shit? Like, yeah, he's powerful. He literally erases universes and shit. But there has to be a purpose as to why fucking Grand Priest and the bodyguards have to be there. Because if Zeno's that powerful, then what the fuck does he need bodyguards and Grand Priest up there for?
Company.
Before that, yeah, but now he has a literal another version of himself to hang out.
Yeah, I've noticed he's got double the bodyguards now too.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, maybe the Grand Priest is evil. If he is, it's going to be so easy to just make him another Zamasu. Like, what the fuck could his motivation for being evil possibly be? The only thing I can think of is that he hates mortals, and then he just becomes another Zamasu.
Either that, or maybe he's just trying to fucking. Maybe he's just getting buddied. Maybe he's so close to fucking Grand Priest because he wants to take his title, or not Grand Priest, fucking the Omni King because he wants to take his title. Because we were just talking about that earlier, because about how there has to be a hierarchy of how to become the Omni King.
Well, okay, yeah, that could be it too. But
because from what I'd understand, the Grand Priest would literally have to be the fucking ranking under the Omni.
This could be the thing that leads into my theory about how Super is going to end. That all the gods are going to be dead, Goku and Vegeta are going to lose their god powers as a result, and the door will be wide open for GT to be canon.
Which, honestly, at this point, I wouldn't really give a shit.
My theory falls apart already because I just realized the Kais are still alive.
Yep.
And there's always going to be that problem of Kibito and Supreme Kai have officially unfused and are still fused in GT.
Unless, of course, they refuse.
That would be hilarious if they were stupid enough to do that twice. I hate the retcon of the Patara earrings.
Yep.
Like, I hate fusion, but I guess I do think I would have liked to have seen it work once. Just fucking once. But now it's basically impossible for it to work because they're so fucking powerful that they can't actually fuse anymore because it only lasts for like 2 minutes.
My theory for the retconning is because of the fact that they need something to balance the 2 forms of fusion out.
I think
without the retcon,
they should have just kept it keeps you fused forever and just had Majin Buu eat them and spit them out afterwards.
Yeah,
and just make the explanation Majin Buu can destroy Patara earrings. It's just something he can do. Because I was fine with that. That's what I thought it was in the first place.
I mean, that would work out a lot better. But like I said, my theory for the reason why they ended up fucking doing the retcon in the first place was because of the fact of fucking needing something to balance the two forms of fusion out. Because let's be honest, without the retcon, fucking Vegito fucking literally wipes the floor with the other version.
Yeah, but that isn't, for all we know, Gogeta is as weak as fucking Vegito in this regard, to where there's no point in doing it anymore at all, because it turns you into an arrogant douchebag that's going to waste all of the time.
Oh, the fusion for the fucking Zamasu fucking arc and shit was a clear fucking cash grab and shit. There's no way around it. They only did that to fucking get views.
The Zamasu fusion was interesting, at least, because it was like, okay, so like this is the same person and he's fusing with himself. That raised a lot of questions in my mind. Like, their minds fuse, but it's the same person.
Same person in a different body, practically, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the two of the same mind fused into one mind. That's kind of crazy. Oh, apparently it's not called Super Saiyan Rose, it's Super Saiyan Rose.
I don't give a fuck. I'm still calling it Rose.
No. DBZ predicted DBZA predicted the future, just like the Simpsons do. Because Frieza is trying to decide what kind of wine to get while getting ready to kill Bardock, and he's like, "Oh, dare I say it's rosé?" So yeah, DBZ predicted the future. DBZA predicted the future. Confirmed. Illuminati confirmed. I think there's been a couple jokes in Dragon Ball Z Abridged that eventually became things in Super, beside like actual things. Can't remember what though.
I don't know. I haven't really paid attention.
But yeah, the female Broly debate has just made me not want to go around DBZ fans for a while, because Jesus fucking Christ, it's all they're talking about. It's like there's only so much to be said, people. We're all going off of a 2.5 second clip from the intro of the show. We don't know who she is. We don't know what she's going to look like in the animation of the show. We don't know what her fucking form is called. We don't know anything about her. We don't even know which universe she's from.
I mean, yeah.
She might be from 6 because 6 has Saiyans, but who's to say one of the other universes doesn't have Saiyans also? Maybe she's the original Super Saiyan. Like, plot twist, it was a fucking woman. And she disappeared, like the legend says, because she got sucked through a fucking interdimensional portal and ended up in another universe.
I mean, yeah, it almost literally got to the point within the first week of her being revealed that we actually had to almost literally fucking ban the topic of female Broly just because of how fucking rude people were getting in the comments on the Team 4-Star group.
I bet it was every other post.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty much nearly as bad as when we had the fucking Goku vs Superman fiasco when you were around.
I am under the opinion that Goku probably can kill Superman now.
Now, yeah, obviously.
If his If his punches are causing damage to the fabric of the universe, then yeah, he probably can brute force Goku to death like Doomsday did.
So are we still predicting the whole fucking Goku's going to be stronger than stronger than Omni King by the end of this? Or are we retconning that prediction?
I think he's going to overpower the Omni King still somehow because he's Goku and he has the ultimate power of fuck you.
That's the best power you can have.
That's also a speculation going on that we're seeing another transformation in the intro to Super now. Other people are saying it's just him using Kaioken.
This new transformation, though, just has, if it is a new transformation, they're going back to the regular fucking black hair, though, from what it looks like.
Yeah, it's something. Oh my god, what if it's Super Saiyan 4?
Super Saiyan 4 without the fucking monkey suit and tail. Okay, I'm down.
Oh, I got jumped on the Dragon Ball subreddit for saying this, but I think the dickhead actor's transformation was a callback to Super Saiyan 4.
From what?
From those fucking stupid ass fucking.
Oh, the Saiyaman?
Yeah. The little head parasite thing. I think the first part of that transformation intentionally looked like Super Saiyan 4. The hair pattern on the body, at least.
Sort of poking fun at it, yeah.
Not poking fun, just more of a nod to it, kind of like how Brolina is an obvious nod to Broly.
Yeah, I guess.
Toriyama is aware of everything Dragon Ball, it's just he doesn't remember every detail. And contrary to what people will say, yes, he didn't write the Broly movie, but he did design Broly. And if you look at his concept art, they really didn't deviate from it. He drew one picture and they're like, okay, that's what we're gonna use. I guess that dickhead who worked for him that kept telling him, no, your design is stupid, he probably didn't work for him yet. The guy who turned the Android saga into a clusterfuck because he didn't like any of the designs.
Yeah.
Android 19 and 20 look like they're an old man and a clown. That's not scary. Now you got two fucking teenage punks. That's not scary. This first cell is too creepy. The second one looks too stupid. There you go. He was finally happy with Perfect Cell. The ultimate fucking danger to the whole world changes quite a few times in that saga.
Yeah, because from what I remember, Cell wasn't even supposed to be a thing, was it?
I don't think so. I think the threat was always supposed to be the androids, but his dude, I don't know what the fuck this guy's job was, but apparently it was to yell at Toriyama and call him an idiot. And he said he didn't like anything, so Toriyama kept shifting it out, and then we ended up with Cell, who really, I don't know, Cell's perfect form just, it always looked too much like a form of Frieza to me, just green. Like Frieza form 2.5.
I don't know.
I bet, you know what? I bet anything this same dude probably had something to do with the fact that Frieza's third form only lasts for like one episode.
The reason why Frieza's third form only lasted for one episode, I actually read this on one of the fucking Daisenshu magazines or whatever the fucking Dragon Ball Z magazine from Japan is the reason why the third form lasted so short was because of how difficult it was for him to draw one certain concept. Like, because he said the hardest episode he did during the Frieza arc was the one where fucking he had fucking the Ridley Scott version of fucking Frieza looking thing fighting Piccolo.
Well, that's unfortunate because I really liked that form, and we only got it for such a short period of time.
My favorite form of Cell is the first form, the fucking beetle looking thing.
Oh, I love Cell's first form. It's creepy as fucking shit. And I love first form Cell in DBZ Abridged.
Come again, enemy.
Yeah. Hey there, Cherry. What's your name? The way they introduced him, though, was fucking scary. Walking through a deserted town singing Mr. Sandman to himself.
Yep.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Speaking of which, they sure are taking their sweet time with this fucking perfect Cell.
I think they dumped a whole lot of effort into Broly and it left him tired.
Yeah,
I have noticed.
Find out.
I have noticed they removed the completion gauge from their website.
Yeah.
Their website sucks. It doesn't like to load.
I can imagine being burned out on DBZ Abridged at this point too.
Well, they have other projects. They also have Final Fantasy VII Machine Abridged.
Yeah.
Which there's a lot of that game left.
Honestly, even if they were to take like a 6 month or to a year hiatus, I still would watch their fucking content and shit because they have enough of it to fucking go back and watch if you fucking wanted to.
Well, I know they want to do season 2 of Final Fantasy VII Machine Abridged at some point, and there's a whole lot of that game left. And seems with that series, they record the whole season in one go and then just release the episodes periodically.
I know for a fact there's other big series that they've been wanting to do and shit, but haven't really had the time to do it. I don't know.
I think it's a good time to.
They should take a long hiatus on DBZ Abridged though, because if they're starting to become burned out like they think they are, it's going to make the content less fun.
I think now is a good time to jump on Final Fantasy VII since the remake is going to start coming out this year. And who knows how that's going to be.
I don't know. I've never seen the fucking. I never watched the fucking Machinima Abridged or whatever it was.
It's pretty funny. If you know Final Fantasy VII, it's pretty funny.
I know it enough. I played it once, probably.
I'm expecting pure pain with the remake.
Oh, I'm hoping a lot of fucking noobs go into that game, like a bunch of fucking gamers who have never even played the original one, and I hope they fucking do the same mistake we did during the first playthrough. Just fucking buff Tifa up as much as possible just to have her be killed.
Aerith.
Yeah, Aerith sucks too.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. It might not give you a choice about who's in your party. I have the sick feeling in my stomach that they're going to make Yuffie and Vincent DLC.
What the fuck did I say Tifa? What fucking Final Fantasy game was Tifa from?
She's from 7. She's the big titted miniskirt one from 7.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think they're going to make Yuffie and Vincent DLC since they were side characters in the original game. you could play through the whole fucking game and never meet them.
I am going to say this though. Sephiroth is the biggest bitch-made character in Final Fantasy history.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. He just seems. I've never liked his emo vibe he gave off.
He did not really accomplish all that much compared to his other villains. I don't really have a very good knowledge of any of the ones up to 4, but in 5, the villain takes control of this like all-powerful force called the Void and just starts wiping out sections of the world. And in 6, the guy becomes the god of magic and he fucking reshapes the entire face of the planet, just breaking continents apart and rearranging them into islands.
Oh, 6 is the one by far.
8, she fucking compresses time into a singularity. That's pretty significant. In 9, the motherfucker completely obliterates all of existence just because he gets pissed off. In 10, you're fighting something that has fucking wreaked havoc on the world for over 1,000 years. In 7, with Sephiroth, he summons a meteor, but the meteor doesn't really crash.
Mm-hmm.
It like gets within a hair of crashing, and then something happens with the life stream and it destroys the meteor. The city it was above got obliterated, but it was mostly evacuated. So, grand total of a couple thousand people probably died.
And then fucking I can't remember. 10 was split into 2 parts, wasn't it?
10 wasn't split. They just made a sequel to it.
Mm.
And it was not very well received.
Because the only ones I've played lately and actually have beaten was fucking 6, 7, 10. I skipped 10 to 12, and then the 13 series, which the 13 series is just a fucking joke.
I stopped playing at 12. I have a rule with Final Fantasy games. Give it the amount of time. Give it a number of hours equal to the number entry in the series. And after 12 hours, 12 did not fucking interest me at all. So I stopped. I heard that 13 was a hallway simulator and did not have any interest in playing that. I'm not interested in watching a 17-hour fucking Final Fantasy cutscene. That's actually part of the reason I didn't like 10. Lots of talking scenes, and you can't fucking skip them.
Yeah, they pretty fucking took the fucking whole. I don't like when the games do that. Just pretty much make it a movie instead of a game.
Lots of talking with one of the most unlikable Final Fantasy protagonists of all time, Tidus. The whiniest, crybabyest, fucking little mincy-poncy, faggy fucking blonde in the history of the goddamn series. Cloud is only emo, like, in the retrospective shit that they've made for Final Fantasy VII. In the game, he suffers a mental breakdown at one point for legitimate reasons. He thinks he's a fucking clone. And then he gets over it. And he gets back to being a hero. In 8, we have the second place winner for whiniest motherfucker of all time. 9, we are playing a Saiyan who cannot stop chasing ass. Like at one point, he totally botches a fucking smooth thing he had going with the princess bitch by suggesting they go on that airship ride, and she's like, "You never offered me an airship ride." And he's like, "Oh fuck, that was the chick in the bar." But he's a Saiyan. He's got a tail. He's got long hair that gets all crazy, glowy, and spiky when he goes into his transform. Kuja is a Super Saiyan 4 because he turns all red and shit. Only instead of fur, he gets feathers. And he wipes out an entire planet. It's a pretty cool scene, actually. He's just like, fuck all y'all. Everything you love is gone.
But yeah, I'm gonna end up letting you go for now because I'm starting to get fucking tired and shit.
All right. Well,
All right.
that was our podcast. If you didn't like it, fuck you.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.